What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Clark Sparks Welding. Today, I wanted to share 4 habits with you guys that I developed to help me go from a 17 an hour fabrication shop job to over $100,000 a year as a mobile welder. So my first tip for this is I love to read. I learned how to love to read. I've been a reader for as long as I can remember. I stay up late at night to read books and finish books. Right? Sounds pretty nerdy, but that is a habit that I've developed over time to help me learn and always be investing my time in gaining more knowledge and just growing my visions and my ideas to help me be a better business person and be just a more well-rounded individual. And I'm not reading Little House on the Prairie books. I'm reading things like Zig Ziglar, sales books, marketing books, all these things to help me be a better business person and grow my business. So, or change my habits, change my thinking about money to think like a more wealthy person would. And so that's my first tip is to gain knowledge by reading books. That is a super simple way, and you can even listen to audiobooks and it has pretty much the same effect. So my second tip is to take notes, right? And what I mean by take notes is when you have a good thought or a thought that you think would be beneficial, write it down. If you come up in your if you come up with a new goal, write it down on a notepad and write down how you're going to do it. Or another practice that I did for quite some time was I would write down goals like I'd already had achieved them. All the things that I wanted to do like I had already achieved them. I learned this by reading a book. But what I did, I was reading through these notes the other day, and what I'd come across was I wanted to have the slickest welding rig on social media. And now, by my standards, I wouldn't say that I do or I did, but my I have a TikTok video that received 1.3 million views and is the top liked video when you search up welding rigs. At least it is as of right now. But so for me, that was pretty cool to see that come to fruition after just simply writing it down and then acting on what I wrote down. And so that habit will take you a long ways, a lot farther than you think it will. And so habit number three that I would develop is develop a system to where you can track your progress and track your failures. If you know what you're failing at, you can correct it a lot quicker. And then you can see your progress as well. One thing that I did when I was first starting out as a welder is I would just make a mistake. Somebody would tell me what I was doing wrong. I'd take that and say, okay, and just go back and do it the same way again and again and again and again until I finally figured out, oh, this is not going to work. I have to do it this way. So, like I said, just if you can slow down enough to create a system to where you can figure out what you're doing wrong and change it a lot quicker than just trying and trying again, it will help you be 10 times more successful in a very, very short time. Now, I went from $17 an hour to over $100,000 a year in less than 6 months. In less than 6 months, I turned my entire life around and changed my income just by having different habits and having a different mindset. And so these do actually work. They work for me and they helped me achieve my goals and do the things that I wanted to do. And now I can work on bigger goals and doing bigger things with these same habits. And so my fourth tip for you guys, or the fourth habit that I would develop if I'm trying to grow as an individual or as a businessman, would be to have a clear vision of where you want to go and what you want to do. Write down everything that you want to do, right? Just like I talked about a little bit ago. Write down a clear vision. Like I want a 2018 Ram 3500 silver welding truck with a rusty bed on it, and a Lincoln classic 300. Right? I just described my truck, but that's what I'm talking about. Get really specific and write down these goals, come up with a vision, and then act on it. And here's a bonus tip for you guys. One thing that I that some people are not a huge fan of, or not super sure about, but what I am sure about is to have God play a role in your life in some way. Now, not everybody's religious, not everybody uh, believes what I do, and that's totally fine. If you can take time out of your day to just simply reset yourself, meditate, not do things like study and be on the grind constantly, but if you can just slow down and focus and relax your mind and clear your mind, or study the scriptures. That's one thing that I like to do, is study the scriptures to help me focus in and really get kind of a hold of reality and see things as they really are. So those are my 4 tips plus one bonus tip for you guys to become more successful in your welding journey, or in your mobile welding business, or even just as a person. But if you like this video and you found it informative, let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.